of some weaknesses as well. It's been a while since OPTC were the innovators. It's been a while since they were setting the meta on certain degrees. And the Neon comps, they've been around for a while now. The weaknesses are known to a degree. It does give Boom a bit of an opening.
It gives both teams an opening, I think. I would expect OPTC to have a pretty decent advantage here, except for what Jess was talking about. Their most recent LAN performances on this map have been fairly disastrous, but that's against top level teams. Look how fast Berserks are trying to collapse onto these Hall players.
Yep, and they've just pinched them right into Halls here. The follow-up is there from BlazeKing. That's a great trade. The positioning was there. That's
a really nice play. Whenever you're doing these A splits, it's so important for the Dish players to reactively push.
No time wasted though. A lot of the ammunition just going straight from the pistols. The frenzies in their hands at the end of the day though. Enough bodies there to get a reload.
Will extend throughout multiple attacking rounds. And now it does look likely that Boom are just going to go into the classic B exec. And it's only really Crashies to receive with a classic in hand.
Yeah, Crashy should know that this is coming, especially with the smokes drop down. Stuns to rip across now. Tower needs to be cleared though. It's a flash to play into this one. Berserk's got to be careful. Bit of raw spam. Why not? Now, while all this was happening as well, Horse was being pushed out early on by OPTC in this round. It's a double face from them, but are they going to have the discipline to clear this one through? Jump peeking in play. It does set up Ye nicely for the kill, but still working with very poor weaponry. However, manages to find himself an upgrade, a pretty good one at that. The Bulldog, can he do some damage with it?
Yeah, any economic damage here is useful, especially getting that Vandal out of the hands of Flipsider, who does hit the deck, but it's going to get recovered by the rest of his team. And Boom managed to, isn't it? A big Molly lineup here to start from BlazeKing. And this is part of a fast push. What a lovely lineup.
That's going to be punishing any player that just tries to hold on those steps, but that's a fragment nade that's going to be used. Phone line! Crashy should not be favored there, but still, the singular shot that he needed. And a bit of a spray down, even while he's fully blind, locking down the tower.
And he gets a third as well. I mean, Crashies.
Almost out.
For the rest of his team to rotate as well.
Yeah, it's smart play. Crashies has always been a LAN player too. You look at his online stats and you might be like, well, is this really a guy who's in the talking for best initiator player? But at LAN, he delivers so many crucial kills. So there's FNS tucked his way from an arcade push underneath.
Gonna be ready for this one. Oh my goodness, the orbital strike does split them up. It's only Berserk who's got themselves onto the site with the rolling thunder, but already the OPTC players, they've lined up for it. Oh, so much damage being done. It's the Puddle again who comes up with the kills. Lining up the kill feed, BlazeKing with a slight off angle, and he's found his target. Victor just wandering right into the sight lines.
And this is a great post plan for BlazeKing. Has the molly, orbital strike, huge tools to work in. But Ye knows where he is. And this flash is going to be for Ye to peek. Oh, doesn't even use it.
Nope.
And that's the molly down, that's the orbital strike gone.
All up to Berserk, taking the fight straight up now. Blinded straight into his eyes, but he avoids it just for but a moment. FNS wins it out, and
what a great retake.
Yeah, even if he went down, it's going to be Ye able to help him out immediately there with the swing.
Just fantastic identification from OPTC on where the players would be, and then to their expectations. You know, when they think they're massively favored, it's just cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, another day in the office.
When they know they're going to get pushed a little bit, as they're anticipating on Fracture.
And that's why you don't do that peek. We saw Marv doing it on Bind. Easily enough to get punished with just the jump peek. He had the smoke in his hand still. Crashies, this guy has been a nuisance.
He lives in Tower. He was born in Tower, molded by Tower. You will never get Crashies out of that tower.
Apart from when he wants to wander himself.
Yeah, he can give you it, but you can't take it away from him.
Yeah, listen, the null command has popped off here. Positioning. They should know he's pushed up here, but look at this BlazeKing. He's worked his way all the way around the back.
Yeah, he's got a great lurk timing there. Up through the back as Crashies was focused on tree. And I spoke, obviously, far too soon.
I like this reposition, though.
Yeah, he takes the ropes.
This is so fast, I don't think they're going to expect this.
Does he get an angle onto BlazeKing?
I don't think the players are watching.
The timing.
It's absolutely everything, and somehow El Diablo still gets the better of it. Down to that 1v1, he's forced it into this situation.
He's given away with his positioning.
Sidestepped. Yep, that fault line is going to be revealing it.
Teleport's ready.
Flash through the box as well. It's dodged, but time running so low now, and it has to be played just a slight angle, the shoulder peeking through, and it gives Ye every opportunity, all the information to make the right moves.
What a sick play from Ye. That is a nasty clutch. He's back in there now.
Yeah, safe hands from Ye to secure that round, and a steady lead. Precarious, isn't it? Just the one round.
And it feels a little like some of the beginning of the bind rounds, where despite the fact Boom are pushing them to the very brink, OPTC have been able to secure the final few kills, the clutches, the reasons.
Victor's starting to feel it now. Heat being applied to him as well. You can see the players have already dropped themselves down onto site from drop. Has to take a fight, and he's lucky to get the one, but where's Berserk finding these then? Straight through the smoke. Head found, head finesse taken out.
Nade being held, trying to deny the plan, but it's not a default. Berserk's falls, forced out of position. Marv snacks on Flipsider.
OPTC not wasting any time with taking this space, but they realize that there is these post plans that are being played. The Orbital Strike held down, waiting for the movement. It does force them into the line of sight angle. That's going to be the rolling front again. Cuts across.
Is there a molly lineup?
Misses the shot. Off onto the corner. The aftershock to push them away. It's on half, and the volley does miss. Blazekin doesn't realize he's still on it, but now with that spam, he's got the information and a tap. Blazekin, he has to make the play, but 3 bullets, not enough. Doesn't know he's there, running it around in circles. Marved eventually wins it out.
With such little health. They're struggling here. They're getting things down to winnable situations, but they just can't close it. Oh, they are running down FNS though.
Yeah, you can see that overdrive going to be used now to try and get them deeper into the side damage though. Look at the stinger in play.
Stinger.
Yeah, still collects the kill. Victor is in trouble though. He's been isolated. No one's really watching his angle. Okay. Gets away with a couple more.
Right there.
Flashes now to try and make a faster play into halls. Actually using the entire kitchen sink just being chucked at them into the back of the site. It's OPTC. We're making sure that they're on no leftover players, no crumbs whatsoever.
And it feels like the comm structure might be falling down a little bit here for Boom. When Victor finds the first pick onto Berserks, and then, you know, you just were incredible from Ye.
Yeah, the guy was back in that old form, El Diablo, and this time, not missing a step, is he?
No. Early fault line over towards halls, but it doesn't stop the Boom guys whatsoever. They fake a little bit of control in that direction, and now the spike's going to be coming back for a B pinch. Victor, though, jiggle peeking. He's going to start to get this info fairly shortly.
Go, go, go!
Have to be concerned, though, if they know the weaponry situation. They're worried, I think, about off angles that are being held down, but look at this. The stuns are just being offloaded. Orbital Strike as well. Maybe expecting there to be a player there, but it just delays.
So they trade the ultimate for all of that utility that was forced out from Boom.
And they're still trying to make the play, though! Gliding across, that cuts up the angles and it allows for an instantaneous response. Boom are taking all the space in the world and they're winning every single fight.
It's over in an instant. Boom just decided to go for the execute even without all of that utility.
Yeah.
They'd used flashes, they'd used smokes and the fast lane. Decided they didn't need any of it. It would be a better risk to commit to the hit instead of trying to go somewhere else on the map. And boy, were they right.
Yeah, and a bit of a difference maker being the fact that they weren't able to hold that tower control too easily, were they?
Well, also, OPTC weren't expecting it. I mean, the re-hit happened so quickly that OPTC's players were still hidden inside of smokes and had delayed responses. You know, one player decided to swing and then the other one came out as well. They didn't have a coordinated attempt to stop that re-hit coming through.
Yeah, it's a pretty good call, I think, on the side of Boom.
Yeah. A nice move again from Flipsider.
Yeah.
And if you want to focus...
The advantages in the rounds, enough to potentially bring this one forwards, but this looks like presence being made now over towards the dish. Fight being taken, not enough to remove Ye from the angle though. He collects that first kill, and look at this, while all this was going on, where's Victor got this operator from?
Yeah, Victor ran out arcade and into tunnel with an op. I thought he was going to be ulting, and he's just set up an op on that sight line towards tree.
You just don't expect that. You don't expect that. Especially when presence is being moved over towards A as well. Normally there's going to be a player who's late lurking over towards either arcade, which they already cleared out because they pushed it with 2 players, or B main through that tree area. And if you've got an op on that sight line, it makes it so early. Difficult. Yeah, it's so early. You don't expect it. The Neon is able to get on that sight line so fast. And he gets it again.
Yep. Victors everywhere, all around the map right
Why not?
Whoa!
Goes for it again. Classic pulled out.
That's a lot of damage.
Quite a kill. Dropping the gun. Okay, orbital strike to try and push them back. Berserk will eventually fall.
And Marv just seems unflustered, anchoring B. Blaze King doing what he can. Current top fragger for Boom.
Yeah, this guy has been...
But he's in a 1v4.
30 seconds left.
Quite a heavy hitter for his team in this map so far, hasn't he? But like you said, Josh, this particular scenario, now a 1v3. They know his position and 20 seconds remaining in the round. Not a lot of time to work with.
And he's already used that orbital strike that he had access to earlier. It's a big tool. And he could go for it. He's got the funds. He just doesn't see an opportunity that makes sense.
Yeah, just opting into the save here.
Yeah, and he's just going to save. And Optics start to tick these rounds further and further onto the board. What a play. Who's doing it here? Maybe the adaptation and innovation is going to be smaller.
Rather than big compositional changes, but another fight taking place. And again, no one's really looking down at one angle. It's a crossfire to spam through the wall. FNS, warbang kills abound. Flip side though, he's eventually going to return. That's a nice trade. With FNS gone, they're not going to have that utility to push them back. Bit of noise being cut and a push through the smoke with the flash to try and help it out.
Good trade from Ye, despite the fact he has an op in his hands. He's really feeling it. It's a confident peak. And Ye now is a little bit stuck.
Yeah, he's pushed back into the corner here.
Yeah, doesn't have his rendezvous whatsoever. Crashes with a gun. Ye with a headshot, didn't even need to.
But he's guessing. Where's the positioning? The jump peak. Gives him all the info.
He's already got 3 on the round. And for Crashies, he can just play to contain. He just needs to take a look over towards Tree and stop Blaze King from rotating.
In the 1v2, 40 seconds. 2k in the bank for Blaze King, but he might be trying to make the play.
And that's it.
It's been revealed.
That's the information that he needs. And that's the info that Ye can use.
I think Blaze King, well, in this situation, he's going to want to try and take every opportunity. Obviously, the 1v2 still winnable. Moving on to the site. He has been given a lot of free reign here because Crashes has been just avoiding it, but through main, positioning, still avoiding it. Schultz tags him. There it is, slowed down to a crawl, enough for Crashes to eventually catch up to him.
And Crashes is saying to the rest of his team, what's he doing planting there?
Yeah, it's like a horror game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Crashes was just around every corner. And now Ye goes back for his operator. He had picked up a Vandal to try and help with the clutch. Smart play. And Crashies just dances around.
Today, I'm afraid.
Or rather, Ye dances around while Crash fan.
I am a fake fan, sorry.
Fake fan.
Yeah, you caught me unaware. Actually, just ball lacking.
Boom have a half buy with Spectres, Stingers, but it might still be good enough if they can set up a decent execute.
This forward position by Marved. Over the ropes. How many players are going across? Pure silence. No!
No way!
No!
No way!
Like this! No way! I don't think we will ever witness anything like that.
Last round in the half.
Boom, in that moment, know that they've just made VCT history for all the wrong reasons.
Oh no. But you gotta rally back. You gotta rally back.
Rally back.
The map isn't over. The map isn't over, Josh.
Back.
One more round and a half.
Rally back.
You gotta rally back. Okay. They got weapons. Listen, they got weapons.
They're boomed esports.
No. Okay.
The problem here as well, though, seriously, is that Optic have so many ults to be able to work with here. Boom going for the classic B exec.
Yeah, no command.
But Ye's in a great position to grab a kill.
Yeah, on top of Jenny, not really being cleared out here. Stunned up, and it's being washed for. In the smoke, FNS. 3 kills on top of it. Cherry on top, isn't it? The prime game.
What, because you end up getting to 13?
I've had to learn new numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be an extraordinarily difficult comeback for Boom. I mean, 9-3 down, the pistol round, an absolute necessity.
I'm out of here.
And the pistol rounds have been fairly decent, and it looks like they've got the right read.
Yeah, this crossfire is pretty brutal, I think, as well, especially if they try and evacuate out of drop here that Optic are gearing up towards. They have the presence, the smokes are dropped down, and the fast lane, it's explosive. That's the nature of the composition at the end of the day, and like I said, the crossfire, it is ready and waiting. The Boom players, they managed to deal with just players exploding out onto the site, but how do you deal with FNS? Just wide swinging into him with the classic makes it look like a ghost.
Yeah, good headshot from FNS.
Spike planted.
Immediately puts the aim punch down, and Flipside is in a 2v1, 1v2 rather.
Okay, jump peek.
A single bullet in the headhunter.
Yeah, it's difficult. A difficult ask. Flipsider, especially with this cross, he has to take the fight one step at a time, has to try and bait. Again, the favorable fight, but yay, that's a wider swing from him, Justin Halls, making sure that he's covering the IG.
That they can get out of this map, any little bit of experience they can get, stress testing their defensive side, is also going to be useful.
We'll be looking forwards to it. It's an attempt to try and shut down a Dish aggression once more. Met with just Famous left alive, and guess what? Only a shorty in his hands. Not the weapon for the job.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Remember as well that this is probably the most difficult team in the group, the Boom are facing, off the rip. You've got a Zeta division that looked like they were struggling a little bit this morning, and sure, Loud have been at the absolute heights of Valorant before, but they got grouped last time. These kind of things are not impossible. So there are some positives to still take away from this experience for Boom. It's a long tournament, but for the moment, they're getting so far, with his job being to, get in there, support, and trade out. Sure. Berserk's maybe just an extremely supportive role, flashing for the neon. Rifles in hand, this is the round to win if you Boom.
You have to win it, but already this aggressive play into the spawn. No information gathered, but a slight whiff there from Victor.
And he's mad enough to stun Crashies.
Yep, lucky that he doesn't get punished in stunning his teammate, as you mentioned.
This has just dragged so much attention away from B. And the spike, the spike was making its way into the site.
And it is pure chaos. Pandemonium has been injected into this round. Damage is done with the shots that are being rattled off. A body shot there onto Famous, dragging him down to very low health indeed. Just no one really just keeping a mindful eye on tower control. Still being locked down by Marv. The molly pushed through. That's the bottle. Trying to make the most of it right now, but it is that 2v2.
And for Crashies, he doesn't know where to put his crosshair right now. Deboto still with a stun, still with a flash, playing in tower.
One enemy remaining.
Running around, a single bullet will do the job, and eventually Twal are going to be spectating the rest of them. The crossfire, it's again.
Also, they're executing their game plan extremely well.
Last-ditch effort here for Boom. You can see the desperation plays being made. Heavy push up through into B main, through tree. It's up to Flipsider now. He's got the judge, but way too much discipline from the Optic guys. They know there's going to be that second player there with a flash play. Crashies covers it, locking down Sand. 3v4. Footsteps abound. They can hear where they're coming from. The flash play pops right into it. One singular player left standing. It's all down to Blaze King. He does do a lot of damage, a lot of work, dropping Crashes down to his knees.
Get another one for the stats, Blaze King.
The time running so short.
If he gets another kill, he does actually have Orbital Strike online.
Smoke as well.
Oh, Blaze King's been nasty before.
Opens up the door. He does not know where these players are currently located. And time is running so low. You have to start to get a move on now if there's any shot, any chance whatsoever, but it's looking like just pure inevitability. The double face from Optic and the confidence is there. That will seal the deal. The series being won by Optic. It's what we expected at the end of the day. Boom did make them sweat, at least initially.
Yeah, I think Boom can be very happy with what they were able to put out on Breeze. But for Optic, it was a slow start avoided. They had a slow start to begin the first map, and yet the second and third were crushing victories. And that's what you expect from a team with this pedigree. You